I like to give people updates on what I'm watching with my son Adam, who is 21 and has autism. And we decided to watch Ratatouille, the 2007 Pixar movie. And the reason this came up is
because... Did you borrow my DVD?
No, I didn't.
You should have. I've watched it a million times off that DVD. Go ahead.
Okay. We do actually own a DVD of it, but we watched it on Disney Plus because
more convenient.
Our DVD player is not currently plugged into the big TV. So
I know Adam would love that. I will lend him Rango if he wants.
Yeah. Oh, he would, because he just wants to rewind things. And so I had asked Adam what he wanted to be for Halloween. So this is how this came up. He, for some reason, I don't know why, has been saying chef. What do you want to be for Halloween? Chef. I'm like, okay, great. So I was like, what can I build on that as a chef theme? So Ratatouille immediately came to mind.
You didn't go to the movie Chef?
I didn't know that would be
That's
a
a lot.
perfect thing for him to watch, or to watch The Bear. It didn't seem like that would really be the exact spot that Adam would appreciate. So we fired it up, and he was really into it.
Ed and I were like, that pun was perfect.
Oh, fired it up?
Yes, go on.
I didn't even realize it. It was getting hot.
Put it on the burner.
Put it on the burner. So I turned it on. I don't know, whatever. And it was really amazing because I hadn't watched it in a long time. And you forget, or I did anyway, how beautiful it is and how funny it is. And Adam did a really good job. He really was paying attention. He seemed to be amused and interested. About halfway through, he did fall asleep because he had had a long day. And we were on the couch, and I just look over, and he's like, oh, I think you're asleep. And so I was like, because I was kind of quizzing him while we were watching it to kind of make sure he was engaged and whatever. At some point, things got very quiet. And I was like, oh, I think he's done for now. So we paused in the middle, so we will have to pick it back up. But I think he really did enjoy seeing the kitchen. I mean, God, the design of it is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. It looks stunning. And also discussing with him like, oh, that's Paris. And Paris looks beautiful. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, this movie really was so good. So Remy, the main rat, Patton Oswalt, amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
Perfect. Like, what else could you have wanted from Remy? He was like perfection. And then the rest of the cast, I had to look it up because I was like, God, I recognize a lot of these voices, but I wouldn't be able to, identify them exactly. So you had Brad Garrett in there as Auguste Gusto, which is the restaurant, like the figment of Remy's imagination, the old chef, like sort of ghosty character. That was Brad Garrett. Then the main head chef, who is so mean, that is Ian Holmes, but I had forgotten that that's who it was. He is from The Fifth Element. That's what I think of him immediately from.
And Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And of course, Lord of the Rings, sorry. He sounds so much like Brad Bird, who did direct this, who wrote and directed this, that I thought it was Brad Bird because it reminded me so much of in The Incredibles, how Brad Bird did Edna Mode.
My favorite,
right? So I'm like, is this just Brad Bird doing this? And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, no. Okay, now I can hear that it's not Brad Bird, although Brad Bird does do a voice in this, just not that voice. We also got Will Arnett, who was amazing, John Ratzenberger, and Peter O'Toole. I mean, it was just fantastic. A little Brian Dennehy in there.
Did you not enjoy Janeane Garofalo's French accent?
I did. I didn't realize it was her until I looked it up. So thank you for that call out. And the last call out, as the main character, Alfredo Linguini, which of course is a ridiculous and funny name, is Lou Romano. And I don't really know him by face, but he's done like 1,000 animations. Like, he's done so much.
Well, he's the classic example of, and I think there's at least one other one in this movie, of a Pixar employee doing a voice.
Oh.
So not a voice actor.
I did not know that.
Not an Alan Tudyk? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was really good. So it's just funny when you click on him and you're like, how do I not recognize you? But that explains why.
Yeah, the other one is his brother, Emile, is like seemingly more just an animator guy.
Oh, that's interesting. I love that they do that. Yeah, it just also reminded me how fantastic Pixar is, because we did a huge fans episode on Pixar, one of our other podcasts, and this just made me remember I need to watch all the Pixar movies with Adam. So we're just going to be slowly working our way through Pixar. So yeah, that was my last little thing, what I'm watching with Adam.